A little bit of slept time in our lives. Mysterious videos that have the internet questioning reality.
How you doing? I'm Callan,
Show me
and
what
this
we
is
got.
Slapped Ham. These are the freakiest trending videos that are hitting the internet right this week.
Okay.
So hit subscribe and get ready for more creepy content.
I'm ready.
Just like this.
More than ready, slapped.
Instagram user Paranoid Normal recently uploaded chilling footage that has left paranormal enthusiasts baffled.
Hey up, mate. I wasn't expecting it to come to the camera. I thought it was floating on top of the ass. I thought it was one of those, you know, the Michelin Man. You know the guy, the big inflatable that like goes around like this. I thought it was that.
Sourced from official police security cameras, the short clip reveals an eerie apparition-like shape rapidly flying directly toward the camera lens. The unsettling video sparked immediate speculation online. Was this a ghost caught on tape, or perhaps an unidentified creature lurking in the dark?
What creature is that?
Viewers debated wildly in the comments. Some argued passionately for paranormal activity, pointing to the fluid, ghostly motion as evidence. Skeptics countered that it might merely be an insect or even debris caught on camera at just the right angle to produce the eerie visual effect.
Yo, it can be that. It could literally be one of those. It could be one of the visual effects where you think it's on top of the house massive, but really it's just like on the camera or something.
No definitive answer has emerged, leaving the clip firmly in unexplained territory.
Either way, it looks weird. Like that right there. Like, what is that, mate? Creeper box demon.
Residents of a quiet neighborhood in York County, Pennsylvania experienced a strange and unsettling late-night visit, all captured by a homeowner's Ring doorbell camera.
I am the box demon.
You was a box demon. If I was in America, you came to my house, I seen you on the Ring doorbell there, I'm picking up my shotgun, I'm shooting through the door. You were a box demon. If you came to my house.
I believe this box is a gift for you.
On March 11th, 2025, just after
parcels?
dark, a mysterious figure approached the porch wearing a bizarre homemade disguise quickly dubbed the Box Demon.
Wait, I didn't know she was bringing parcels.
I am the box demon.
Wait, what kind of goodies?
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Creepily
You're
announcing,
high, that's what
I am
you
the
are.
Box Demon,
You're
the
high.
individual placed a large cardboard box on the homeowner's doorstep, describing it ominously as a gift, before abruptly disappearing back into the shadows.
Whoa,
the bizarre
weirdo.
encounter quickly ignited panic and speculation in the local community and then nationwide, as news outlets picked up the surreal footage.
What a weirdo.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Initially, neighbours expressed fear, with news anchors admitting the footage
You weren't touching the
genuinely
box?
freaked us out.
Yeah,
Theories
he's probably
about
got
demonic
diseases.
prowlers or menacing clowns circulated widely online. However, authorities swiftly tracked down and interviewed the so-called demon, revealing a more mundane truth.
Wait, how on earth you found her? She's fully covered up. How have you found? Did you just follow the boxes? Like, did she leave a trail of boxes? Like, what's going on?
It was simply a human prankster attempting a misguided viral stunt.
I am the box demon.
This is how dumb people die. This is genuinely how dumb people die. You do this to the wrong house, you're screwed.
Though the cardboard box turned out empty, likely intended merely to unsettle, the motive behind the prank remains unclear. Even after police assurances that no threat existed, the Box Demon has lived on as an urban legend in social media retellings. And
to be fair, you know how like popular Ring cameras are getting? Like so many houses? Do you reckon there's enough... Yo, this screen's horrible. Do you reckon there's enough Ring cameras? Because like a Ring camera captures a lot of the road. You don't need every house to have a Ring camera to see the road. You just need like one or two on each street. Do you reckon there's a lot of like enough Ring cameras to actually track someone going from this house to home? Do you reckon there is? There probably is, isn't there? And it's just going to get more and more and more and more.
The box demon has lived on as an urban legend in social media retellings, an eerie testament to how easily a simple mask and mysterious proclamation can spark fear and fascination alike.
I am the box demon.
And traffic cams, yeah, true.
This box is a gift for you.
You're weirder, that's what you are.
When NASA's Curiosity rover snapped photos of Mars's rocky landscape, few expected the images to ignite an alien conspiracy.
Okay, I like
Enter
aliens.
Scott C. Waring, a UFO researcher known for scouring NASA imagery in search of extraterrestrial
What did
secrets.
we find?
In late 2022, Waring announced an astonishing discovery.
First of all, this camera quality is insane.
What he claims is an ancient alien statue lying
Where?
toppled among Martian rocks.
Where?
Now look right over here.
Zooming into a specific NASA photo, he points out distinct facial
Where?
features.
Where?
2 eyes, a prominent nose, a mouth, and even
Where?
what appears to be a crown-like structure atop the figure's head.
I was really chat, you guys know I'm into aliens, right? There's definitely aliens out there. I'm into this kind of stuff. This is a whole load of nothing but rock. Yeah, you can kind of say that's an eye and a nose, but that's just coincidence. It's just a rock. It's a rock. I actually think this triangle part is more interesting looking than this big rock. You know, the triangle part here is kind of perfectly triangle, like pyramid-like. But this is just a rock, bro.
Atop the figure's head. Remarkably, he notes that one of the statue's eyes looks damaged, which he speculates resulted from the statue's fall.
How is that
Waring
right?
presented his findings in a detailed YouTube video, enhancing the NASA image with color filters to highlight the supposed humanoid shape clearly.
A broken sculpture.
How have you just gone from that to that? There's nothing alike. I don't see one similarity. Yo, chat, anyone else? Turn the rock counterclockwise. What? This part right here? Oh, we're just talking about... Oh, we're not talking about the whole rock. We're talking about just this part. Oh. We're talking about just this part here. Oh, right. I thought we meant the whole rock. Oh, okay. Yeah, the top, the side, the eye, the nose. Oh, okay. That does have... Okay, okay, yeah, that kind of does have a lot of similarities. Okay. I kind of see it. But what is this rock meant to be? What is this meant to be?
Had fallen from higher up and got lodged between
Oh, wait. Is that this rock, but just with different colors to make it, like, stand out?
a rock and the hillside itself.
He argues this figure is definitive proof of an intelligent civilization that once inhabited Mars, though perhaps reptilian rather than human, due to the unusual facial structure. This isn't Waring's first provocative claim. Earlier, he suggested another NASA photo showed...
Okay, it has piqued my interest slightly because this part right here... This part right... Oh, this isn't a triangle rock. Oh, this is how bad my eyesight is. This isn't a pyramid rock. That's the gap in this rock. And the light. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I thought that was the floating pyramid. Upside down. But anyways, this kind of does look like a face, I can't lie.
This isn't Waring's first provocative claim. Earlier, he suggested another NASA photo showed a miniature man-made doorway for tiny Martian beings.
Wait. This is real? This right here is real? This is a real image? Because now you're definitely piquing my interest.
showed a miniature man-made doorway for tiny Martian beings.
That's real? What?
But space experts
cool.
have quickly countered this statue theory. Most astronomers attribute these kinds of sightings to pareidolia, our brain's tendency to see familiar shapes.
Hey, there we go. It's Tree Man.
Especially faces in random patterns. NASA itself hasn't specifically commented on this anomaly, but continuously reminds the public that Mars remains barren and inhospitable, with no verified signs of past or present life yet discovered. Despite skepticism from experts, Waring's Martian statue continues to captivate the imagination, blending genuine space exploration imagery with a tantalizing...
I don't know why he keeps hovering over this rock. This is rock. This is slightly interesting, but it's probably pareidolia. The entrance to the inside of Mars, that's piquing my interest. That's piquing my interest.
dose of interplanetary mystery.
A broken sculpture had fallen from higher up and got lodged between a rock and the hillside itself.
We've obviously covered this next photo before, but we recently came upon some interesting archival footage that shows it in a new light. When demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren conducted their investigation of the notorious Amityville horror house in 1976, they hoped to document proof of the supernatural. But even they didn't expect the chilling image they would later discover.
That image is freaky.
Using a time-lapse infrared camera positioned upstairs near the bedrooms at 112 Ocean Avenue, the Warrens and their team captured an unsettling photograph. A young boy seemingly peering out from a doorway, eyes glowing brightly, almost ghostly white.
It's in the upstairs bedrooms. Just to the left there, you see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes.
No children were present during the overnight investigation, leading the Warrens to conclude they'd photographed an actual spirit, specifically the ghost of 9-year-old John DeFeo, who tragically died in the infamous 1974 murders that made the house infamous. Since its public reveal years later, the image, known as the Amityville Ghost Boy, has become one of the most widely recognized ghost photos ever captured.
Wait, hold up. That door on Mars is only 30 centimeters tall. Well, how small are these aliens, mate? Who's gonna fit 30 centimeters tall? Can't even get my arm in there. What? It looked massive.
Recently gaining renewed popularity through viral TikTok clips featuring Ed and Lorraine affirming its authenticity. Here are some snippets from their archived interview regarding the notorious image.
It's in the upstairs bedrooms. Just to the left there, you see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes.
The interview continues, revealing strange details about the photo.
This was the room of one of the young boys who was murdered there.
Isn't that eerie?
Now, a lot of people would say, well, is that the spirit of the young boy? No, it is not the spirit of the young boy, but it is a diabolical spirit with luminescent eyes that...
Yo, are you sure one of you just ain't lost your kids? And they're there peeking out going, why are you taking a picture of me, Dad? Are you sure you... That's freaky.
Appears in that home to confuse the investigators.
However, skeptics aren't so convinced. One prominent theory is that the figure in the photo was actually Paul Bartz, a member of the Warrens' investigative team. Critics suggest Bartz, an adult investigator, might have inadvertently knelt down to adjust equipment, momentarily glancing at the infrared camera as it triggered. The bright white eyes can be easily explained as a reflection from the infrared flash,
but wouldn't it know
similar
he's
to
there?
animals' eyes glowing in night vision or trail camera footage, creating that eerie deer in headlights effect. Additionally, Bartz was reportedly wearing a plaid shirt similar to the one seen on the figure, fueling arguments of mistaken identity.
What do they know he's there?
Despite these rational explanations, neither the Warrens nor Bartz himself have ever acknowledged any hoax or misunderstanding publicly. The image continues to captivate imaginations, standing as powerful symbolic proof for paranormal believers and a persistent puzzle for skeptics. Whether genuine ghost or simply a misinterpreted snapshot, The Amityville ghost boy remains an iconic and haunting piece of supernatural lore, inseparable from the enduring mystique of the Amityville horror legend itself.
You see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes. This was the room of one of the young boys who was murdered there.
Isn't that eerie?
Now,
It is eerie.
In your investigations, have you come across any data or visual evidence like sonar readings or underwater footage of...
Oh. I swear I got magic powers, bro. I banged on my desk to object. I'm sorry, I actually didn't mean to pause the video. I didn't even touch the mouse. Let's see if I can bang on my desk and make it play. Okay, whatever.
these UAPs?
When US Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from Colorado took the floor at a high-profile House oversight hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, on November 13, 2024, few expected the conversation to plunge beneath the ocean's surface. During questioning, Boebert raised a provocative theory. Could extraterrestrials have established secret underwater bases here on Earth?
And we've studied more of space than we had of our own ocean.
Wait. I heard about this underwater aliens. They held a whole, important meeting about it. I didn't know they did that. They had a whole important meeting about it.
And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
This bold inquiry posed to a distinguished panel of former military and intelligence officials, including Luis Elizondo, a prominent figure once involved with the Pentagon's UFO program, wasn't entirely out of nowhere.
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
For decades, UFO enthusiasts have whispered about unidentified submerged objects, USOs, mysterious craft said to vanish beneath the waves. Citing such rumors, Boebert pressed the panel to confirm whether any credible evidence supported the existence of hidden extraterrestrial facilities in Earth's oceans, from coastal waters to the deepest ocean trenches.
Yo, the thing is, the ocean is that big and that deep. They genuinely could be aliens at the bottom, bro. We wouldn't know. How much is the ocean is unexplored? 95%. How much is unexplored? A lot, right? A lot. Mad.
The dramatic exchange took place against the backdrop of increasing congressional pressure for transparency about unexplained aerial sightings reported by Navy pilots, including objects described as transmedium, capable of seamlessly transitioning from air to underwater environments. Boebert's question, though sensational,
I know what that is. It's a goddamn TIE fighter. Is that is a TIE fighter. That's a TIE fighter. Star Wars is real?
spotlighted genuine concerns about how little is publicly known regarding some of these enigmatic sightings.
That is cool.
Yet the panel's response quickly tempered the speculation. Elizondo and other experts clarified explicitly that no verified evidence suggests alien civilizations have established underwater bases on our planet. Despite intriguing anecdotes and conspiratorial theories, their message was clear. While numerous UAP incidents remain unexplained, the idea of secret alien lairs beneath the ocean is currently unsupported by credible data.
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
Still, the mere fact that a sitting congresswoman publicly inquired about underwater alien bases exemplifies how deeply UFO discourse has infiltrated mainstream politics. The hearing captured widespread media attention, demonstrating how the line between serious inquiry and science fiction speculation has become increasingly blurred. Bobert's dramatic question, though dismissed by experts, still underscores our enduring fascination with the possibility that the unknown may lie just beneath the surface. Literally.
Imagine, chat. Imagine there is something like that.
Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. There's something that just went from right to left to right in a blink and then flashes lights 3-4 times and vanishes.
In an astonishing encounter on a recent JetBlue flight, seasoned pilots witnessed an unidentified flying object performing maneuvers so extraordinary, even experienced aviators were left stunned.
Hey, are you sure it didn't come out the ocean?
Cruising at 37,000 feet, the pilots noticed a bizarre glowing object hovering above the cloud layer.
Well, the details, it literally went from one coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then...
Described as a bright orangey thing, the mysterious object suddenly shot across the sky at phenomenal speeds, covering what pilots vividly described as coast-to-coast distances in mere seconds.
Probably 80 miles in front of us, and it looks like it's coming, I don't know, it's flashing towards us, but it is definitely not an airplane. It doesn't have a strobe lights or anything on it. It's just this bright orange going on.
Wait, I can't see anything.
Yep, this definitely wasn't an airplane.
In remarkable cockpit audio, one pilot can be heard exclaiming, "You're gonna think I'm crazy. This thing went 180 degrees in like a second." Even more eerily, it changed trajectory abruptly, arcing upwards at about 30 degrees, before turning off its lights and seemingly vanishing from sight.
What are we looking at?
One coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then since we spoke to you last, it flashed us like 3-4 times, and we are still looking at it now.
What sets this encounter apart is that the object repeatedly reappeared, flashing the crew multiple times over a span of several minutes. The pilots explicitly stated, "It's definitely not an airplane. It doesn't have a
Yeah, I think the video was just a video of someone on a plane, but the audio, I think the audio had no video, so the video was just filler. And then the audio is his actual audio from the pilot.
Strobe light or anything, just this bright orange going on and off. Crucially, neither air traffic control nor onboard radar systems, including TCAS traffic collision avoidance system, detected anything unusual, intensifying the mystery. Remarkably, this isn't the first time JetBlue pilots have encountered inexplicable phenomena. 3 years prior, a separate JetBlue crew also reported an uncanny object described as two boxes melting into each other over Texas. Like the recent incident, that sighting was characterized by pilots as spectacular, stunning, and entirely inexplicable by conventional aviation standards.
Why is it always JetBlue? Do aliens like JetBlue?
These incidents are contributing to an increasingly prominent pattern. Pilots worldwide, from commercial aviators to military personnel, are reporting UFO or UAP sightings with growing frequency and urgency. This JetBlue encounter, with its detailed descriptions and genuine astonishment captured live, adds significant credibility to the ongoing conversation about unexplained aerial encounters. While skeptics still search for...
Why does it look like the engine's on fire, by the way? This engine looks like it's ready to fall.
Natural explanations, these recurring pilot reports, accompanied by cockpit recordings and videos, have elevated UFO discussions from fringe speculation into mainstream discourse, leading many to ask openly, what exactly are experienced pilots encountering at 37,000 feet? And why are these encounters becoming ever more common in our skies?
You know what? I feel like I'm hearing about it a lot more. Of these pilots and military pilots and people on boats and that seeing weird stuff, man.
Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at the recently unearthed and declassified JFK files. But before we do, remember to hit up our In March 2025, the US government finally opened its vault, releasing over 77,000 previously classified pages related to President John F. Kennedy's 1963 assassination, one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. For decades, conspiracy theorists and historians alike had awaited these documents, hoping they would provide definitive answers. Was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll? Was Lee Harvey Oswald truly acting alone, or was he part of a broader conspiracy involving the CIA, mafia, or foreign powers? The newly revealed files, made public by the National Archives under a long-delayed mandate from the JFK Records Act of 1992, spanned far beyond Dallas. They detailed secret Cold War operations in places like Mexico City, Moscow, and Havana, illuminating covert CIA activities that had been shrouded in secrecy for generations. Particularly intriguing were documents showing extensive CIA surveillance, including intercepting Oswald's mail during his time in the Soviet Union and monitoring his visits to Cuban and Soviet embassies in Mexico City just weeks before the assassination. Yet despite these intriguing revelations, investigators at the University of Virginia's Center for Politics concluded that none of the newly released material overturned the Warren Commission's original finding Lee Harvey Oswald was the sole assassin. There was no concrete evidence of a second shooter, nor was there proof of direct involvement by the CIA, KGB, Mafia, or Cuba. But what emerged vividly was a portrait of intense government paranoia and widespread covert operations, ranging from failed assassination plots against Fidel Castro to audacious schemes involving sabotage, espionage, and even arranging feminine companionship to manipulate.
Wait. So they released all the files on JFK and all the files around JFK? So like things that's not even linked to JFK, but like around when he was in power? 8,000 of them? Why would they do that? If it's just gonna... You're just releasing secrets. Oh, 99% of it is garbage. Because they're being investigated. They just want transparency. The public wanted it. Oh, okay.
Involving sabotage, espionage, and even arranging feminine companionship to manipulate foreign leaders.
Freedom of Information Act.
For conspiracy believers, the absence of a definitive smoking gun may be disappointing, but the trove of files still offers tantalizing questions. Oswald...
Mate, all the... You definitely know the top secret ones are still buried away. You wouldn't even know. How would you know? How would you know? They could release 80,000 of them that they approve. Everyone thinks it's a full 80,000. And then a good 10,000. You don't know them. Yeah, you don't know them ones. But they released them not. You don't know the... You really think the most crazy shit they've done, they're going to release in public? Nah. Ain't no way. There's no way. Would you? If you was in power of all that? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. You'd release all the crap ones and just pretend like that's all of them.
Unexplained activities in Mexico, including clandestine meetings observed by CIA informants, one a Catholic priest doubling as an agent, leave unresolved mysteries about his exact motivations and connections. This gap will likely fuel ongoing speculation about possible external influences on Oswald's actions. The JFK files release marks a moment of historic transparency.
The CIA conducted the investigation on the CIA. Oh yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yet paradoxically, it underscores why conspiracy theories have persisted for over 6 decades. The layers of secrecy, the hidden Cold War dramas, and the government's long reluctance to reveal these documents have all fueled public suspicion. Even though the 2025 files reaffirm Oswald's guilt, they also highlight the complexities of espionage and secrecy that have kept doubts alive. Ultimately, the newly uncovered documents provide fascinating historical context but fall short of rewriting the tragic narrative of President Kennedy's death. The conspiracy theories may never fully fade, but at least now the public holds all known pieces of the puzzle, a bittersweet resolution to one of history's greatest mysteries.
Mad. Interesting. We know all the pieces to the puzzle over there, another 10,000 pages, I reckon. Chat, if I go missing, you know what's happened, man. If I go missing, chat, you know what happened? They got my ass.